You're like an amoeba. What are you absorbing it through your skin like
Yes,
that?
Mr.
I know you would never lie to me.
Hold up, Mr.
I mean, no, you hold up. Don't tell me to hold up. You sit up there and tell me.
I'm not lying to you, Mr.
Oh,
Simpson.
we don't want to do that. We're done. We're done.
I ever do I smoke weed, baby?
We're done. Court calls again.
Hey everybody, just wanted to stop in and say Merry Christmas to everybody. We got some videos tonight, and I stole every bit of them from Old Squishy Gardener. He had some good stuff, and I had just a little bit of time, so there's my timer to tell me to start the show. So everybody got some good videos from Old Squishy Gardener. I got a hearing with a bench trial with Judge Washington, and then a couple other little crazy short ones. So let me know what all you got. Thank you guys so much for spending time with us on Christmas Day. Not even Christmas Eve, it's Christmas Day, and we're spending time together. So that take that, all your families. All right, we're gonna hit play, and let me know what you think about the trial. The trial's a little long; it's about an hour and a half. But I'm gonna go ahead and run it anyways because I want to see the trial, and I think I know some of the details about it from beforehand. I think I've seen some of the preliminary hearings on it. So let's see what we got.
These people versus Lawrence Watkins.
Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of Mr. Watkins, who's present. Judge, state your name, Mr.
Lawrence
Watkins.
Watkins.
Your Honor, at this time, I believe Mr. Watkins will be waiving his preliminary examination.
Before we do that, we have a violation report. Do you see that,
Yes, Your Honor, I did see the report.
Mr. Allen?
You already heard that Mr. Allen call coming in early.
What do you want?
Your Honor, I received the report yesterday. I haven't seen any of the underlying tests. It's my understanding that there was a positive test for cocaine several weeks or in mid-November, if my recollection serves me right. He was counseled for that. He has not had any other positive tests since. There has been multiple tests. Your Honor has the report.
I do.
Your Honor, Mr. Watkins reports that he has not used cocaine. He has not used marijuana since being ordered not to. And that's why I was hoping to.
Hold on, before he says that, if you want me to call over and get the amount.
Well, that's what I was wondering, Judge, if the lab amounts were going, if the amounts were going down progressively with each test, that would be indicative of.
Can I speak, Simpson?
You can if you want to, but you might want to let your attorney talk to you.
No, I don't mind speaking at all. I mean, as far as the marijuana, Mr. Simpson, like I said, since the day I've been going over there, I haven't smoked weed since. And I have no reason to lie to you. Why would I lie to you? I can just tell you the truth. I would just tell you, yes, I smoked, but I haven't smoked marijuana since. As far as the cocaine, like I told my attorney, I was going through my old clothes. Like I wouldn't lie to you. I would have no reason to lie to you at all. I'm doing great in my life. I'm doing everything
So anytime you're told I got no reason to lie to you, you're always going to get lied to. That's what I've learned in life.
supposed to be doing. I showed up to court. You didn't have to put a warrant out for me.
Can you order the results of the marijuana? I need levels.
Yeah, please. I haven't smoked at all, period, Mr. Simpson. If I did, I would tell you I have no reason to lie to you. And I can just simply say, yeah, I smoked. I slipped up here and there. But I never have. I never smoked since the day I've been through the report, not one time. Not one time have I smoked, period. Not once.
So what's up with the cocaine?
I told you, like I was going through my clothes. I can talk. I don't mind talking. And I found some cocaine in my pocket. The only thing I did was took it out of my pocket, Mr. Simpson. That's all I did, and took it straight to I could have sold it. I could have did a whole lot of stuff with it. But I told you I'm doing so good in my life right now. I took it straight to the toilet stool and flushed it. I have no reason to lie, Mr.
So
Simpson.
why is it showing up in your system?
I don't know. I just touched it, Mr. Simpson. I never used cocaine in my life, ever. Just touching it. Mr. Simpson, I would never.
Listen. I've been doing this for a minute. I can't believe you're like an amoeba. What are you absorbing it through your skin like
Yes,
that?
Mr. Simpson.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Simpson, I promise you.
Give me the levels on the cocaine too, please.
Yeah, please, Mr. Simpson. I wouldn't lie to you. I have no.
Okay.
Why would I
So
lie to you?
here's what I'm. Yes. What's
The
Lonnie?
levels for the cocaine were actually included in the original report the court has. It's a pretty small print. It does say 160 nanograms per milliliter for the cocaine.
Oh, I see it. They put it in there.
And it was confirmed.
And I sent that to the, I had,
So
go ahead, Mr. Simpson.
I don't know how you get 152 million. How do you do that?
Can I talk, Mr. Simpson?
I would.
Well, you've been talking.
No, listen, please, let me clear this up to you. There's no
You're not
way,
doing a very good job.
Mr. Simpson, I know you want him to talk, but let me talk, please.
No, I'll let anybody talk that wants to talk to me. I'm just telling you, you are not helping yourself.
I know, I don't see how, since I would never lie to you, ever. Ever. I've never used cocaine in my life. Only thing I did was touch it. Ms. Willard was right there when I showed her. And I took it straight to I don't know if it stayed in my system when I flushed it or whatever, but I could take a lie detector test. I never used cocaine in my life, Mr. Simpson.
How does it stay in your system when it didn't get there?
When it didn't get there,
You took cocaine out of some old clothes,
right. I
took it right from there to the bathroom.
didn't say old cloud out of a jacket I had that was in storage, Mr. Simpson. I would never.
Okay, and then
So how many of y'all do cocaine? Or let me rephrase it. How many of y'all do not do cocaine, but you keep it in your clothing, keep it on your jacket, just keep it with you just in case? So this guy has no clue. It always amazes me. I wonder if they should start drug testing before they even come to court.
and I know you would never lie to me.
Okay.
And so then you didn't do anything with that cocaine.
Mr. Simpson, I
And
never.
then somehow or another that gets into your system
Yeah.
at these levels.
Mr. Simpson.
Oh, you
Yeah.
got to be kidding.
Okay, listen.
Tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to wait for the levels to come across. In the interim, Mr. Allen, take him back, put him in, and then we'll bring you back out.
Okay,
And then I'll do that.
Okay,
I'd let you talk.
I know, can I just say one more thing?
Sure.
Listen, Mr. Simpson, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I call every week and go drop, right? If I'm using cocaine, there's no way in the world I would have went over there and dropped. I would have came in, I would have called over there, told him something, and missed the whole thing, Mr. Simpson. I would have missed it. I would have made an excuse. I would have went to the hospital. Or I could have said this. Oh, somebody put some cocaine in the weed, and I accidentally smoked. And it was in the weed. I could have told you all of that. But I'm telling you the honest to God truth, Mr. Simpson. The honest to God truth. I did not smoke no weed. And if I did that, I could have told you that. You're a fair guy. You've been fair with me every time I came in here. Every time I became a senior, you always been fair with me. So I wouldn't stand in front of you and lie to you. And if I did use cocaine, I would ask for help. I've been doing good for 18 months, period. Working every day, taking care of Miss Willard's grandmother for 10 months straight. I never lied to you, Mr. Simpson. I wouldn't do that when I know I can ask you for help.
Okay. I'm going to get levels and then deal with your case at some other point. But right now, you're going to go with my bailiff. We'll get that information, and then we'll bring you back out.
Today?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Simpson.
Unless you want me to.
No,
wait.
no, I don't.
Okay,
I really
but if you
don't.
keep talking, it's going to be tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Okay, stop talking. Good, there we go.
I wouldn't lie to you.
Okay, I know you wouldn't lie to me. I'm an amoeba. Leave me alone. I'm not going to read these files. I'm just going to absorb them. What? Court does call the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus Lawrence Watkins.
Ashley Lonnie for the people.
Mike Gaddy, Assistant Public Defender, on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor, who's standing here on my right. State your name.
Lawrence Watkins.
All right. Couple of things. First of all, we have sent to council the levels.
Yes, Your Honor, I did receive I did receive them both by email and a printout, and I have shown them to Mr. Watkins. I would. They do. This is for THC. I'm assuming it's for the metabolite, not active. They do show that they're progressively going down, and then well, this document speaks for itself, obviously. There is a slight jump from 1210 to 1217 of about,
Slight?
well, I mean,
Okay.
well, when
Just
we look at
compared to where it was, yeah.
yeah, and I mean, it's 28. I think the bar graph is probably, it starts at 60. I mean, if it started at 0, 1210 and 1217, 1210 would be about 2/3 the size of 1217, not 1/10. It does, I don't know if certain things, obviously our body metabolizes things at a different rate. There's a significant reduction in the late month of in late November, and I don't know if these metabolite levels can go up with things like hydration or just how active we've been in the way our body's metabolizing. I do know that since October 29th, even in the worst case scenario, these levels have gone down well over 100, looks like over 130 points. I'd ask the court to, if the court's concerned about this
He needs to just tell
test.
me, and I don't mean to interrupt you, Mr. Getty, but he needs to just tell me the truth. I mean, that, we can sit there and play this game, but the cold-hearted reality of what happened is he almost goes down to a 0 after it kind of falls off, and then all of a sudden it just shoots back up. Then he's trying to tell me that on the 19th of November, that all of a sudden this cocaine through some osmosis process, I don't know how that all of a sudden just gets into his system. So he's just got to start being honest, and don't sit up here and say, I wouldn't lie to you, Mr. Simpson, because this tells me you did.
Mr. Simpson, I would take a lie detector test for you. I would go over there 3 days.
Done.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'd ask the court to, it looks like he's been testing every 7 to 8 days, maybe increase it to 2 or 3 times a week to allow him to demonstrate that these levels will continue to go down, and that there will be no further cocaine tests. Maybe bring us back in 2 weeks, revisit this issue on a adjourned PCC if the court's inclined to do that. This was going to be a waiver today, but I can understand the court's concern.
I'm going to adjourn him out 1 week to the 26th, 2024, 9 a.m. This time, based upon what the court sees, defendant's bond is revoked, he's remanded.
Your Honor, if I could say, one other thing is that he's been working steady for the last 18 months. He is a caregiver for his significant other's mother. His life is a much markedly different thing now than it was even in October. This is
Well, he needs to tell me the truth.
Hold up, Mr.
I mean, no, you hold up. Don't tell me to hold up. You sit up there and tell me.
I'm not lying to you, Mr. Simpson.
Oh, we don't want to do that. We're done. We're done.
Did I smoke weed, baby?
We're done.
I never.
We're done.
Listen, I'm not lying to you.
You do not yell at me.
I am not lying.
Do not yell at me ever.
Hold up. This is the first time I
No,
ever
you
need
do
you.
not hold up.
I'm telling
Do
you the
not
truth,
yell.
Mr.
Do
Simpson.
not talk to me that way.
Then I can't
You
believe
do
it.
not talk to me that
I'm
way.
not trying to
Ever.
be disrespectful.
Ever.
But I came in here when I was full of garbage. You worked with me. Now I'm telling you the truth, and you telling me I'm lying to you? I have no reason to lie to you, and I know I can tell you the truth. When I used to come in here and I have nothing to stand on, you gave me every chance in the world, Mr. Simpson.
I did. That's why
I can't believe it.
why I expect the truth from you.
That's what
I'm
I
looking
told
at the
you.
graphs.
Even when I came in here, I was full of garbage, Mr. Simpson. You let me go. I'm telling you the truth now, and you think I'm lying to you? I'm taking care of her grandmom. I've been doing this for 10 months straight. I've been working. I'm paying child support. I got my name on the lease on the house. I never came in front of you and I had these things accomplished. Now you think I would lie to you? When I know that you're a man and let me finish talking, please. I didn't mean to yell at you, Mr. Simpson. I got the utmost respect for you, and I always have. I'm sorry. But I wouldn't lie to you, Mr. Simpson. I promise you, I'm so sorry for raising my voice. But I wouldn't lie to you when I know I can tell you the truth.
You don't ever do that to me.
I'm sorry,
No,
Mr. Simpson.
Shut up right now. You don't ever do that to me.
I'm
Shut up.
I can't believe you doing
And I know my mom taught me better than that, but you better shut up.
I can't believe you
Shut up and turn around. Just shut up. I sat up there and I listened to you. I did all of that. I don't believe your story about the cocaine. What I was serious, do not say another word, because if you say another word, you're gone. I'm done. I went over and I said I was hoping that the graphs would come back and they would indicate to me that you had not used THC. I was hoping there was something in your story.
Man, I ain't lied to you. Hey, babe, what's the phone number? I'm sorry, just take me to jail. Babe, what's the phone number?
Go.
What's your phone number, babe?
Just go.
He said, yeah, babe, I'm tired. I ain't lying to you.
Yep, not even close to done. So I watched this on the 20th at about 1 o'clock in the morning. I was doing some work and I had it in my ear. I was watching, just listening to court and Old Squishy Gardener. So this was Thursday in Judge Simpson's court. I recorded it, but I never had a chance to edit it. And the Old Squishy Gardener is always quick to it. So he had thrown it out. And as I'm watching it, the whole time I'm watching it, I just keep thinking about how much anxiety this is causing Brecken. And it just made me smile. It made, that belly laugh Kathy's always looking for. It made me have that just thinking of how much anxiety this would cause Brecken to watch it. So I had to make sure we got this one out here just for her.
Take it down, man. I am not lying to you, man.
Ma'am, I'll hear from you, but he's not here. I'll hear from him.
I love how the prosecutors back off whenever all that goes on. They just back out and
What's
get out of the
your
way.
Amanda Marie Willard. I don't know about the cocaine issue. I wasn't around for that. We got into an argument, he left, and then he came back and said that he dropped 30 for that. The weed he has not smoked at all since I've been, since he had to start dropping.
Can I just say?
I don't understand why he came in here and was like that. But ever since we've got together, he hasn't been in the streets. He hasn't been selling drugs. He's got a job. He helps me take care of my grandma who has Alzheimer's. I can't have him locked up. I don't have nobody else to help me take care of my grandma right now. He's really not doing anything but working, and he stays home with my grandma when I'm at work, and that's it. He doesn't even leave the house.
Yeah. Let me just say this. I've worked with him before. And the thing is, what I saw today, I've seen before with him. But I was hoping one of two things. One, that he would just really tell me the truth. And then, if not, and if he was actually being truthful with me, particularly about the marijuana use, I don't believe about the cocaine use. And I get what you're saying. You weren't there and whatever. I get it. That what he was telling me was true. But then I get the levels. And I'll just describe it to you this way. He's at a certain level, he goes down, and then it levels off. Okay, then he drops to basically almost zero. And then, what was that, the 17th? I want to get the dates right for you. And then the 17th, he pops back up again.
Well, I can't explain.
And so,
I just know that he lives with me and my grandma. He's not smoked though at all. Like, so I don't understand that part. I don't know. Okay, so does he have a bond? Can I pay his bond right now? I have to be to work at 5 and I have nobody
Okay.
to sit with my grandma. I don't know what to do right now. He's not a drug addict. He doesn't get high. I'm a heroin addict and I've been sober for 6 years. I wouldn't be with somebody that uses drugs right now. And I wouldn't have him taking care of my 84-year-old grandma either. I wouldn't leave her alone with him if he was selling or using drugs. I smoke marijuana, but I am not on probation or anything. I can drop clean for everything except for that. And I thought he could too, but I don't know. Can I just pay a bond or something?
Oh, dear God. Are you from Milan?
Yeah, you know who I am?
I know. Oh, man.
We just went through a whole court thing with my grandma. My mom was neglecting my grandma. She has Alzheimer's. And I went to court and won in court. We went in court to get her. And I just don't have anybody, no brothers, no sisters to help me take care of her.
Stop. Is that the grandma that was taking care?
Yeah, my grandma Susie. She told me to tell you hi. She said you have to be about her age by now.
Wow. Okay.
I
But
said
that's
no.
grandma that was running after all of you Willard kids.
Yeah. I'll be responsible for him.
Hold on. Don't do that.
I will. You
No.
can take my whole check right now.
How much can you pay him, man?
I have 200 on me right now, and then I get paid tonight. I'll have 600 in the morning, and then he gets paid tonight at midnight.
Good Lord, I don't even know why. I'm gonna set his bond at 5,000. I'll give him a 10% privilege, so you need to pay 500. But I'm gonna tell you what. You've been before me before. Probably every Willard and has been before me. You know how I am. So you better talk to him. If he comes in here again yelling at me, not listening, trying to manipulate and do whatever, I'm revoking it. I'll leave it, his bond, to next week. But I'm going to trust you on one thing, and that is that you go talk to him, that you talk to him and tell him, I'm not playing. He knows that.
Can I talk to him right now?
No. So he's going to go down. It'll be $500 if you got to post. Post it by that time, okay?
By what
Yes, you
time?
can post it tomorrow if you can't come up with 500 tonight, when you said you get your check and you have the 200.
Well, where can I pay it at?
You can pay it at the jail. You have to pay it at the jail because it'll have
Down
to.
there or up front
I
here?
think it's up front.
Okay.
During business hours, it's up.
Yeah, it's right during business hours. It's up front. Where is it after hours? IITR down there. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I don't know why. I'm gonna trust you. All right.
Well, I mean, I feel like if I can get my life together after 20 years of street, so can he. And he's working so hard to set himself back. I don't know why he just came in here and showed out like that. I really don't.
I don't need.
I really don't know why he did that.
Then you need to talk to. I'm gonna trust you to talk to him about.
I swear I'm gonna do more than talk
Because
to
you
him.
know how I am, and I'll be straight with you. I'll do what I got to do, but you're not gonna come in here treating me like that.
No, I know.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm going to leave that part to you. I'm going to trust that you're going to do what you got to do. All right?
Okay.
Tell your grandma I said hello.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So this is neat. I normally always watch on my phone. I normally don't get to watch it on a big screen. I didn't know that Old Squishy Gardener had a watermark in it. If you look real closely, you can see OSG Court Watch. That's pretty neat. That way you can tell if somebody stole his content. We do it nicely. We just put courtesy of Old Squishy Gardener up there and just rock it out. I believe if he had a problem, he'd let us know. But he's been on before. He's been a chatter in the channel before, and he seems to be okay with it. We're always promoting, always showing love for him. We've got. Let's jump to Judge Chisholm, and let's see what he's got.
Real quick, does he have his back view? Because I would love to see that. So you can see
I
what
would
was
just
seeing.
like to have you stop talking.
No.
This is 24 RO09007. Mr. Sutton, your ticket was issued for improper passing back on the 26th of November, 8:29 in the morning, southbound I-75 near Lincoln. You've got three options in this matter. You can admit or deny responsibility, or you can admit responsibility with an explanation. How do you wish to proceed?
With those choices, it would be admit with explanation.
And what is your explanation, please?
It would be kind of hard to like explain it. Is there any way that I could flip my camera around and show you? Hold on 1 second. I'm not sure. Oh, there we go. All right. So this is 11 Mile. This is the on-ramp. This is me. Basically, when I got on the on-ramp, you got cars that were cutting across the two lines, cutting in traffic. Then I saw a cop car and a car in front of it, which I thought the dude was broke down and he was just sitting there waiting, because, how sometimes the officers sit there while cars are broke down, because whatever. So I come up and I gently just kind of went around him because the on-ramp was clear to go on and I was going to 696 westbound. So I would have stayed in his lane. And apparently he didn't like that and he came after me.
Well, you drove on the shoulder, did you not?
Like a foot, not even.
So you drove on the shoulder?
Like barely. Like I said, you have all these cars cutting across the lane. I thought it was a broke down situation because you got cars cutting across double lines into traffic behind him and it was wide open in front of him. So at first I thought that was a situation between them two cars, the officer and the other car. And like I said, I come up the ramp, I was sitting there, then I was like, okay, is this guy broke down or what? And no one was moving. So I needed to go straight. And that's kind of what I did. I mean, obviously, an officer sitting there, I ain't going to be like, hey, let me break the law in front of him. But that's kind of what happened.
Yeah, it is. That's exactly what happened. You simply can't drive on a shoulder.
Right, but driving on the shoulder, 4 tires, that's one thing.
Driving on the shoulder is one thing, and that's the only one thing. It doesn't matter if there's 1 tire or 4. You can't drive on the shoulder.
Okay, but how can you have other cars crossing double lines then?
Sometimes you have to wait.
Explain that.
I can explain that this is your third ticket in a year.
Where that has nothing to do with improper lane change. Even the officer car was across the line, so he was improper to begin with. So how was
Mr. Sutton? Are you admitting or denying?
I told you that,
and I understood that you said yes. You admitted responsibility. You rightly admitted responsibility. The fine is $130. It can be paid online, by mail, or you can pay it at the courthouse counter.
And what's the points on this?
That's between you and the Secretary of State. The court doesn't give the points. I can tell you.
I revoke I'm not guilty. I'm claiming it. Because the cop was over 2 lines. He was between these 2 yellow lines. And why is... Because there's 2 lines you ain't supposed to cross when you get on the on-ramp. People are already crossing it. I told the officer when I got out, look at all these people cutting across. How am I supposed to know what you guys are doing? And he, like the officer said, you are responsible for your own actions. Exactly. I safely cruised around him. I didn't fly around him. I did like 2 miles per hour, just creeped around him. thinking that car in front of him was broken down.
If you want the hearing, you'll have to stop talking so we can start it. Raise your right hands, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give in this matter will be the truth?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
The officer will testify first.
All right, thank you, Magistrate. On November 26th, approximately 8:29 in the morning, I was in unmarked car 805. I was dispatched to a call on westbound 696 as there was a heavy traffic backup due to large spill of dirt, probably from some sort of commercial grade vehicle. Traffic because of this was incredibly backed up on southbound I-75. I was on the on-ramp from southbound Stevenson, which is essentially, it's considered the 11-mile on-ramp, but it's the start of the on-ramp basically starts just now north of 4th. And I was fully within my lane. There was cars in front of me trying to merge over into the stop lane of traffic. Prior to the construction, that on-ramp lane continued as one continuous lane to 696. However, since everything's been constructed and redone, it no longer does that. It merges onto actual lanes of traffic and does not continue as one continuous lane. I was waiting for my traffic to clear so that I could continue forward and also merge over. While I'm waiting, the vehicle driven by Mr. Sutton, which was a 2013 black Jeep Grand Cherokee, drove past me almost completely on the shoulder, not by just a couple of feet, but almost completely. If I am allowed to admit into evidence, I would like to admit my dash camera video into evidence to further support my testimony.
Okay, can you play that now?
Yes. Give me one moment to get everything pulled up. Are you able to see it?
Yes.
Okay. Magistrate, would you like to see that again?
Please.
Yep. He's a goner for that one.
Magistrate, further, I would like to add in testimony that I had no rear lights on to indicate that I was behind any traffic that was disabled or anything. As my video clearly shows, I was within my lane of traffic, merely waiting for vehicles that, again, were within their lane, attempting to merge over into a merged lane into basically what was equivalent of stopped traffic in southbound I-75. Let me pull up this again. All right, can you see me again?
Yes.
Share, okay. All right, I have no further to add.
Mr. Sutton, you saw the film?
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's sped up, by the way, because the officer
Did you
was
see
sitting
the
there for a
film,
good
sir?
minute. Yes, I see the film, but
Did you
as
see
I
the
asked,
vehicle
it
on
sped up.
Did you see the vehicle on the ramp?
The
Did you
vehicle
see
that was
the-
in front of him, yes.
You had told me that you only had one wheel over on the shoulder.
That's what it looked like to me.
Well,
when I went
did you
around
see?
him.
Did you just see the video that showed all your entire vehicle driving down the shoulder?
Yes, I did. But as I said, he was sitting there with no lights on, no nothing. Is that video sped up? Because I waited for a good minute before he even moved.
Mr. Sutton, your testimony isn't true.
What do you mean?
The picture
Isn't
shows you
true?
drove through on the shoulder. You had said
I never said I
repeatedly-
didn't.
Yes, you
I
did.
never
You said
said
you
I
only
didn't
had
drive
one
on the
tire
shoulder.
kind of on it.
I said I was a couple foot over the line with the right
We're in a
side.
couple feet. It was the entire vehicle. Pay your ticket. We're done. Man.
Real quick, does he have his back view? Because I would love to see that. So you can
You know,
see
I
what
would
was
just
seeing.
like to have you stop talking.
No.
All right, John, I'm going to try to give an answer for that. Magistrates are normally appointed. Judges are elected. Magistrates normally handle stuff such as the traffic tickets and some of the more minor stuff where the judges tend to handle the misdemeanors and felonies. Some magistrates can do stuff that puts you in jail. Some of them do bonding, but most time it's the smaller stuff like this. That's my best guess. I'd refer you to, let's see, is Shauna? Yeah, Shauna, if you have a better answer for John, let us know. But yeah, most time magistrates are appointed and they handle some of the smaller issues. They're important. That way the system don't get clogged up. But what they handle is normally not the trials and such.
I don't need a back view. You can tell from the front exactly where I am and exactly how I am. You don't get to just drive around people. He doesn't get it. He didn't get it there. He doesn't get it now. That video doesn't make it any more clear.
It couldn't be any more clear. Back, we don't need it. He repeatedly said, just one tire, a couple feet. And not only that, the rate at which he drove past you could have given rise to another ticket.
If that was sped up, then like you can clearly see, you can see the timestamp right on it. Everything is going at exactly the same time.
Real time.
Yes. There's no change whatsoever in that.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, I figured you'd like it.
Yeah.
I think if you would have actually played the YouTube back to him of him repeatedly saying, I just had one tire, he still would have denied that too.
Yes.
For sure.
I love these dash cameras. I love these body cameras. I have nothing to hide. They are a phenomenal tool. They only make my job easier and they only back up my credibility.
Safer. People can make an allegation and it's hard to unring the bell. When you've got it on film, there was a case not so long ago about an allegation of a prisoner in the back of a vehicle said that police officers stopped when they were bringing her to the station and committed all kinds of nefarious acts on her. They had the film timed and it showed her the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And the allegations that she made against those two men were criminal acts.
Yes.
And could have resulted in them going to prison.
Mm-hmm. I sure hope she was charged because all too often I find administrators not willing to charge for false report.
That's a felony.
Yes, it is.
And although we have to wait a minute or so before the next person.
All right, that's it for that one. That one was an odd one because it was it kind of started off in the middle and just went there, but that guy was a little Yahoo, so it made there. Now we've got a sovereign citizen, and now this one is an interesting one because the judge had a classroom. If you remember Judge King, whenever he had that issue happen, he had some students in here. Here the judge has students in there, and then the sovereign citizen does it. Again, it's old Squishy Gardner. We're going to take care of him tonight, and we're going to support him. So let's go to the sovereign citizen one.
Sit down.
Do I have the same
You want me to hold you in contempt? Good morning, welcome to Conneaut Municipal Court. My name is Nick Irochi. I'm the judge, and this is your initial appearance hearing on traffic-related charges filed against you. As you can tell, we have several students here from the Conneaut Middle School. They are here every Tuesday morning as part of My Day in Court. It's in its 36th year of operation. It's the longest running court student program in Ohio, and sponsored by our local Conneaut Rotary Club. They're here to observe proceedings only. I'm going to read all of you your rights, and then when I'm done reading you your rights, I will call your case up individually. When I call your case up, you can take a seat in this first blue chair. If you have any questions regarding the rights I'm about to read to you, You can ask them at the time I call your case up, and then we'll address the charge or charges filed against you. So please pay attention to the rights I'm about to read to you. You do have a right to a copy of the complaint filed against you. In traffic court, that complaint is the officer's citation. If you did not receive a copy of that, let me know, and I'll make sure you get a copy of that at the time I call your case. Also, you have a right to be informed of and to understand the nature and the elements of the charge or charges filed against you. You also have a right to know the potential penalties that could be imposed, and I will explain those potential penalties to you when I call your case up. If you are convicted of a traffic-related offense, a record of conviction will be sent to the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles and will become part of your driving record. Points may be assessed against your license for any moving violation. You have a right to remain silent and not to say anything during this hearing that might incriminate yourself. Any statement you make could be used against you. You also have a right to a trial to the court. Now, each of you have 3 plea options available with respect to each of the charges filed against you. You can either plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, that is a complete admission by you to the offense charged. If you plead guilty, the court will find you guilty, and then I will impose sentence. The second option is you can plead not guilty. If you plead not guilty, that is a denial by you to the offense charged. And as I said earlier, if you plead not guilty, I will set your case for further proceedings after today, and I will set a bond. The third option is you can plead no contest. If you plead no contest, that is not an admission of your guilt, but it is an admission by you of the truth of the facts alleged in the complaint filed against you. If you enter a plea of no contest, this court will find you guilty, and I will impose sentence without any evidence being presented against you. However, the plea of no contest cannot be used against you in any later civil or criminal proceedings. The court is now calling City of Conneaut versus Amber McKenry, case number 24 TRD 819.
Ma'am?
I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get my stuff situated so it's ready here.
Take a seat
I have a question.
in this blue chair.
Do I have
Sit down.
Do I have the same rights?
You want me to hold you in contempt? Sit down in that blue chair.
Do I have the
Sit down.
rights there?
One more time. Sit down. Now you'll answer my questions. Got it? Did you understand all of the rights and plea options that I explained to you?
No, I do not understand.
Okay. Then I will enter no plea to the charges filed against you. Well, let me just explain to you. You are charged, and I do have a signature on the citation which shows you've been served. You are charged with 1 count of no operator's license, a minor misdemeanor subject to a maximum fine of $150 plus court costs. You also are charged with 1 count of expired plates, also a minor misdemeanor subject to a maximum fine of $150 in court costs. I will enter no plea to these charges against you. You already have a pending. You already have a pending.
I object.
What do you object, Ms. Ma'am?
Because I did not enter that plea.
Okay, so you tell me how you would like to plead: guilty, not guilty, or no contest.
I'm not. First, I have to correct the standing, which is I am not the ens legis non begetter. I am the authorized agent to the decedent estate. I am coming in here as the settler, and I want to settle this case. I have sent in a paper that is my declaration and affidavit of what I want to do, which is to settle the case. I am willing to surrender the person to the court for mutual consideration. I do not want to continue doing this. I don't have anything to do with this. That paper that I signed, which is the summons, is signed v coatis, which is void contract, and I reserved all of my rights on there. So, is the court willing to give me mutual consideration today or not?
I will enter no plea on your behalf to these charges. I've given you 3 plea options to plead.
No,
Would you
I do not recognize anyone in this court.
Okay, well,
I don't recognize you or the bailiff or anybody else in this court. I do not understand.
I will set this case for a bench trial, and
No,
we'll get this set.
I have the right to a trial by jury.
Okay, no, you don't, not in this case.
Yes.
Now, these are not jailable offenses, ma'am. You don't have a right to a trial by jury in this case. You already have a jury trial scheduled in another case, but then because you're facing jail time in that case. But in this case, you're not facing jail time, only a fine and court costs.
Anything that is above $25 in a court of law has the right to a jury by trial, which is involuntary. Involuntary can't be violated, basically, is what it means. So I have the right to a jury by trial.
No, you don't.
Of my peers.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
We're going to set it for trial, and you're going to go to the clerk's window, and they're going to give you a trial date. Okay? So
Then I'm just going to surrender the person to the court because I'm not coming back.
I don't know what that means.
You do know what that means.
I don't know what that means.
I am not the ens legis non de guerre. I told you
I
that.
don't know what that means either, ma'am. I've been practicing law for 36 years, and what you've just said to me has no meaning to me whatsoever. So,
great.
Yeah.
So
ma'am, if you don't leave the courtroom, and if you don't go to the clerk's window to get a trial date, I'll have you arrested and hold you in contempt of court.
With what contract?
There is no contract.
I know
You're looking at the contract. You're looking at the one who's going to be able to, has the authority to be able to put you in jail and I'll hold you in contempt. So let me say it one last time because we have other cases to handle today. If you don't leave the courtroom and go to the clerk's window and get a trial date, which is what I'm scheduling in this case, I will hold you in contempt of court and I'll have you arrested.
So, contempt of court for what? What contempt?
For not doing what I'm telling you to do, which is to go to the clerk's window and to get a trial date.
You're the trustee and I'm the beneficiary.
No, there is no trust relationship here.
No.
So where does that come from? That trustee and beneficiary? Most of the garbage that they come up with at least has some sort of basis in something. But where does that one come from? Because I've never been able to figure that one out. I've got an odd fascination with sovereign citizens. I'm just dying to see one of them work. I'm dying to see the courts actually charge them for it. In other words, charge them for wasting their time, charge them for the extra time that bailiff has to stand there. You know, just charge them for wasting resources. I'm sure there's a crime somewhere for wasting resources. I haven't seen any of them charged with it yet, so maybe coming.
I've drafted many trusts, and there is no trust relationship between the judge and you, the defendant.
Yeah, because
you are not the beneficiary, and nor am I the trustee.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just not how it works, man.
It
Not
is.
how it works. You either go to the clerk's window now and get a trial date, or I'll have you taken into custody now. You got it?
Is this your phone?
All right, there's that one. Let's go to some Judge Fleischer. I'm dying to see some Judge Fleischer. Let's see how that goes.
Did go down to pretrial services yesterday. They gave him a new monitor and a new charger. He's set to take his plea in January in his other case.
Come up, Mr. McCollum. Felicia,
Yes, Judge.
we ordered him to have a GPS monitor.
Yes, Judge.
We admonished you last time that there was absolutely zero tolerance. And now we have a third bond violation. What was the nature of this violation, please?
So it's that we lost cell on it, so either it wasn't charged properly or something of the nature, it's just,
So he had a dead battery.
yes. And then-
How long?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Judge.
Take your time. I'm no rush.
If I may, if you would be willing to admonish the defendant as well. I spoke to the complainant yesterday, and apparently the defendant has been making posts about her on social media, bribing people with money to hurt her, and she's pregnant with their child.
Judge, this complaining witness has been sending a bunch of messages to my client. She's been harassing him. I actually advise.
Show me.
I advise.
Show me.
Final.
I did ask her to send me screenshots and everything, Judge, and she said. that
We'll
she'll
have a
be-
hearing. Show me. We'll have a hearing. Show me what you got. We'll have a hearing over it. But all I know is this is your third bond violation. I'm not happy with you, Mr. McCollum.
Judge, I saw that I don't think it turned back on at all from what I'm seeing on my end. But whenever he did report yesterday to have the device inspected, and they did just tell me that he did receive a new charger and new device.
When did it die? What's
It
the
did on
date?
14th.
So from the 14th to today, when he got it back on, it's been dead.
He got it on yesterday, Judge.
Yes.
Well, it was on
To
yesterday.
the 17th. It's been dead for 3 days.
It was on yesterday. They called me yesterday and told me to go to pretrial and check out, because they
Your
gave me.
device has been dead since December 14th.
I
And
wasn't aware of that, sir. I never knew they didn't give me no text or nothing. I was unaware of picking his charger. They gave me a new
And
charger.
Judge, with all due respect, he went there on Monday. They gave him a new charger and a new device. So it seems to me that it's a technical issue. So Judge, I would.
you're supposed to charge it on a daily basis. Am I
Even in the pretrial, they charged it and they seen that it was charging, but it was still something messed up with the charger. So they gave me a whole new thing again. They gave me a new
How
charger.
often is he supposed to charge it?
I think they're advised to charge once a day for
Okay.
an hour.
I'm not buying it. I'm sorry, Hunter. He goes with you. No. This is a third violation, Mr. McCollum. It's not going to continue to happen.
Judge, with all due respect,
That's with you.
this is a technical violation. He shouldn't have to go into custody.
It's a third violation, Hunter.
Second, sir. It's my
Judge,
second.
it's
the first
clearly,
time.
just please stop talking. Let me talk. Judge, it's clearly that there was an equipment issue. Otherwise, they wouldn't have replaced the equipment. So I don't see how.
It'd be an excuse, Hunter, the minute you have an issue, you're supposed to go get it serviced, not 3 days later. This is a third stop. This is a third violation. And I told you the last time when you were here with the baby that there was absolutely no tolerance, that you were supposed to live to the conditions 100. It's been dead for 3 days.
I was unaware of that, sir. So when they called me
Goes with you. Sorry, I'm not going to entertain excuses. It's zero
I'm not
tolerance.
giving you an excuse, sir. They gave me a new charger and a new monitor. It's
Judge.
not like I didn't mess up anything. As soon as they called me,
Talk to your attorney. Judge, would you, allow me to escort him up to felony court so that he can go take his plea today. The whole reason they had set the plea to after the holidays is so that he could do it after the holidays. And I believe part of this deal would see this case go away, and he's gonna be on probation for 2 years upstairs. So I really don't see the benefit to
I
society.
mean, if you want to go see if that's something that you guys can work upstairs, I can ask if they'll escort him upstairs. But I can't continue to play this game, Hunter.
I understand,
You know,
Judge.
I mean, really, we ask you over and over and over to comply. I'm not asking for much, right?
understand,
And
Judge.
it's been dead for 3 days. You know it's been dead because you're supposed to charge it. So you're supposed to charge it on a daily basis. So for you to come here and tell me, I didn't know, it's disingenuous. It's just not true. So, but
My
I'm
frustration
happy
as
to
a
acquiesce.
attorney is I've seen this with multiple clients where there are technical issues that happen with these devices. I've seen it with multiple clients where they're unable to charge.
Hey, if you see it on the 14th that you have issues, then you go immediately. You don't wait 3 to 4 days later, especially when you've had violation after violation after violation. I think that your complaining witness may be here too. Rosette, CW may be here as well.
Judge, I'm not sure.
So, I don't know, Hunter, just,
I believe that's fair, Judge.
okay, ma'am, please, don't. If you want to,
I think pretrial has something to say. I don't know what they have to say.
I reached out to my supervisor of these devices just because I'm not super well versed in the GPS realm, but he stated that the reports for his GPS appear to show an issue with overcharging, which can lead to a charger problem. They're instructed to charge for 1 full hour on the same time each day, and that the tech swapped his device as a precaution as it was likely that malfunctioning.
but why wait 3 days? You know the device is malfunctioning on the 14th. You're going to wait 3 days to go get it fixed?
I was just informing me of what my supervisor told me because I asked somebody to look over the report.
I don't know what to tell you,
I
Hunter.
mean, Judge,
You
it
know?
sounds like he was overcharging. He was doing more than required.
No, we don't know that for sure. I don't know. See what documents that you can show me, that you can get that there's some kind of malfunction. But nevertheless, it's a third violation. On the 14th, if he has issues, perhaps even go the next day on the 15th. But you wait 3 days, and the only reason he did it is because I hauled him into court and I told him to be here on the 18th. Otherwise, who knows what would have happened? See what you can find and then show me. I'm all eyes.
Well, Judge, the other thing I would ask is if you are gonna take him into custody, I'd ask for a formal hearing to be set. And since this was set within less than 24 hours, I do believe it violates his due process to go ahead and take him into custody today. Yeah,
Just show me what you can find, Hunter. You know? Eddie.
Judge, real quick,
So just to jump in there real quick, my son's got one of them ankle monitors, and he's probably in the past year he's probably had it replaced 3 times because of the battery. So the batteries are garbage on those things, but he always sends a text message and calls the minute something goes wrong, and it beeps at him, so it tells him something's wrong. And so, you know, if that guy would have been sending messages and he would have been communicating, he'd have been covered. But he certainly didn't do his part. Didn't do his part on it, and this is the result of it. You know, he's showing his ass on Facebook and all, trying to get threats to get her beat up. So in the end, he's got to go upstairs for a felony charge. So he's not winning in life right now anyway. So.
Right. Okay. Get what records you can. Show me something. Guys, are you ready?
Yes, Judge.
There are times in life when you run into people, they can be a complete cancer to your life. Some people thrive on drama. That's how they get off. That's all they like. They like to just create. If you have people in your life like that, it's probably advisable to cut ties, because if not, they're just going to bring you down. We all have people like that in our life. We do. I do. I have people that are constantly after me as well. I do everything in my power to get away so that it doesn't bring you down. The problem is, Mr. McCollum, is when we have situations where there are repeated bond violations, I take issue with that. And I can't let people go when they continue to have violations. But I want to know that it's a true violation. I have ordered him not to have contact with this person, correct? Just, I'm not asking much from you. The only thing I'm asking you to do is stay out of trouble, keep your monitor on, and don't have contact. You stop. I'm not asking you to say, I don't like to put people in jail, but I got to know that you're complying with the conditions. There's a lot of things that are at play in your case here. There's a lot of other evidence that's out there that I would like to see before I take action and put you in. They're saying things that happen. Hunter is saying things that happen. I want to know what the truth is. And the truth is, and it lies with the evidence, because the evidence will point to whose side is correct. Words, Mr. McCollum, words mean absolutely nothing. I don't give a rat's ass about words. Evidence points to whose side is correct. I am going to give you some time, not a lot, but I'm giving you to Friday to figure out what's going on, because I want to know. Most importantly, is it the machine that's messing up? Are you truly charging it? Number one. Number two, they're saying that there's been contact. I hope not. I want to know. I want to see it. Show me what you have. Likewise, show me what you have too. I'm all ears. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt right now. If I wasn't, I would lock your butt up right now. But I'm giving you the opportunity now to show me what evidence is out there. Show me what you're doing. I want to know, are you charging this device as it should be? There are records of this. You know what the expectation is. I'm giving you time, Mr. McCollum, and I'm giving you the opportunity. I want to see it. Likewise, I want to see in what validation they have as well. That's it. We will reconvene here Friday because I want to know what Hunter has. I want to know what they have. Is that enough time?
Yes, Judge. Friday's fine.
Do you have any questions? You know what? It's better not that you don't. If you have any questions, talk to Hunter. But I'm giving you the opportunity. All I want to know is, are you abiding by it? Are you abiding? That's all I want to know. Okay. See you Friday. I'm not playing a game. I hope you know this. All I want my Houston safe. That's all I care about, and I'm going to do it at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you come from. I don't care anything. All I care about is public safety. You're not to use illegal drugs, alcohol, have any weapons, contact with the complaining witness, and you already know how it goes. Do you understand? And I'm going to hold you to it, and that's it. So this is what we'll do. We'll give you a reset now. He's going to have to sign bond conditions with Felicia. I'm telling you now, I'm going to test you. You test positive, you know. So get ready. All right. All right, Kim, you got it.
Right this way.
Thank you for being patient.
Absolutely.
How much time did you say on that one?
SFBF Thursday, and it's clear trial.
I have a plea on Mr. Colbert, Judge.
You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Everything turned in?
Are we doing time served?
Yes.
Okay. Come up, Mr. Coffer. Mr. Coffer, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 2 days in jail, credit for the 2 days that you've done. You need to understand that this will now reflect as a conviction on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. Do you understand?
Sir.
From now on, you're facing a minimum of 90 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, it will stay on your record. You can never take it off. This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense, sir? I'll find you guilty. I'm going to sentence you to the agreement. I'll roll your court costs so you won't owe anything. Good luck to you if it's an enhanced advantage. All right? Please see the clerk.
Can I have one more case right now that we can take up?
Okay.
I have a couple, please. But the first one is Mr. McCauley.
Is Mr. McCollum here?
I emailed back, yes, he is, Judge, but I.
I'm served on the terroristic threat and his trespass is being dismissed.
Is that us?
Yeah.
Man, 2 days in.
He's upset because he can't go down right now.
It's, when do we send them down? 10:30?
That's the first round, but they're frozen, so I can't do anything.
Pásale para acá.
And he's facing an exit, so he has to go by himself, he can't go on the other.
Double whammy. Good morning, Mr. Moreno Chan. Mr. Moreno, you are charged with terroristic threat of a family or a household member. Shh. You are facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. You guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 123 days in jail with credit for the 123 days that you've already done. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Is there an affirmative finding in this case?
There will be, Your Honor.
Okay. You need to understand something very serious about this case, Mr. Moreno, that there is an affirmative finding of family violence, meaning you can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain. It's very possible that if you continue with the same course of conduct, that they can also file a felony charge on you as well. So I would be very, very careful.
Thank you.
You understand? You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record and you can never take it off. Is this what you want to do?
Yes, and when I sign, I can live, right?
I see that you have another criminal trespass with us. I'm assuming this one gets
It's
dismissed.
going to be dismissed, and he also has a felony that part of this agreement will also be dismissed.
That's a great deal. I'll tell you that I can't imagine that that's going to continue to happen if this conduct continues.
Oh, I will never do it again.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty?
I'm asking, I'm very sorry.
I hope so. Actions speak louder than words, Mr. Moreno. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I will send it you to the agreement. There is an affirmative finding of family violence, and good luck to you, sir. Court costs will be rolled. Okay, I'm sorry. There's an enhancement, actually. Mr. Moreno, it is also alleged that you have a prior assault of a family member from March 31st of 2009 in this court, court number 5. Is this true or untrue that you had this assault? Okay. Truth in your hands. All right. Good luck to you, sir. Let me see. That was Moreno. And I think that it's because of the time. It's a non-issue anyways.
Female custody pleas whenever the first case.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, awesome.
Hi. Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Yeah, Miss Milo and Miss Jones.
Okay, so Ms. Jones,
Milo.
Milo, and Jones. Okay. Oh, down here. All right. Good morning, ladies. Ms. Milo, you were charged with theft. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. And Ms. Jones, you were also charged with theft, facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. Both of you guys have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 46 days and 47 days respectively with credit for each of what you have here. Both of you need to understand that these charges will go on your record. They're going to end up there and be there for the rest of your life. What you also need to understand is that these are enhanceable offenses, meaning that number one, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail from now on. Number two, if you continue to pick up theft cases, at some point they're going to hit you with a felony offense and you're looking at years instead of days. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So, Ms. Milo, you have a total of 3 cases that are open. You have a theft, you have a failure to identify oneself as a fugitive from justice, and a criminal trespass, which are both of those are Class A's. I'm assuming both of those will be dismissed in exchange for your.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to the offense of theft?
I plead guilty.
I will find you guilty and I'll send you to the 46 days, credit for the 46 days. On motion of the state, your 2 other cases will be dismissed. And Ms. Jones, you also have a multitude of cases open, just the 2, right, Aaron?
Correct, a trespass and a theft. She's playing on the theft, trespass, dismissed.
Is this how you understand it, man? How do you plead to the offense of theft? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty and I will send you to 47 days in jail, credit for the 47 days that you've done. Your other case will be dismissed. Guys, really? How's jail fun?
No.
You're going to be looking at a lot more time next time. You're looking at a minimum 90 days from now on. So, come on. All right, good luck, guys.
Thank you, Judge.
Trevor Wilson.
Okay.
So, Your Honor,
Mr. Elick, we'll do it now. I'm like 2 minutes.
Your Honor, I reached out to the complainant and she was unable to talk right now. She's currently at work and she said nothing further about her employment or if she had any incident. She said to call back tomorrow would be the better time to call. So I'll do that, but I wasn't able to get any information right now.
You want to roll it to tomorrow?
Judge, I did math for the radius from the defendant's house to the place. It's about 2.8 miles, which is a little over 14,200 feet. The exclusion zone is 1,000 foot radius.
Can we just make the exclusion zone 200 feet, like normal? I mean, Judge, this is 45 right here. It's tough. I'm surprised he doesn't have violations on the interstate. And I don't even know if 200 feet would still include the interstate. I just think it's a lot. I mean, this is the main road leading to the interstate.
So let's do this. Let's do this. Let me make sure that there have been no issues with her. And then assuming there have been, then we'll reduce it to 200. Okay, and then we'll continue supervision.
Yes, sir.
But I want to know what her opinion is to see, has he been reaching out to her? Has he done anything?
Yes, Judge.
So let's put it on hold tomorrow. And then I'll waive it for now. But if she comes back and tells me that he's been at it, I'm going to haul him back in here.
Okay.
So for now, we'll waive it for tomorrow.
Yes, sir. If you were to reduce the zone, does he need to get a new GPS?
If you were to reduce,
No.
you would have to report to pre-trial services tomorrow.
Okay. Carl.
Mr. Zavala, Your Honor.
Good morning, Mr. Zavala. Mr. Zavala, you're charged with several cases. You're charged with failure to give information upon striking a highway fixture or landmark. You're also charged with burglary of a motor vehicle. Just these two, correct?
That's correct, Judge.
What is the agreement that you guys have worked out?
It says the failure to stopping the guilt information is being dismissed. He's pleading on the burglary of the vehicle tax service.
You know, I don't think there's anything worse in life than when someone comes out to their car and it's in complete shambles. There's nothing worse than that. And I want to tell you that this used to be a felony, and I don't know what happened with the legislature where they made it a misdemeanor. But I will tell you that you can now be enhanced. This is going to go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life. And if you pick up another one, it's very possible that they can hit you with a felony offense. They now can use multiple burglary of a motor vehicle to enhance you to a felony. Do you understand? I forget what the number is, but
Yeah, two.
so they really, really crack down because everyone hates it when they go to their car and it's either broken into and rummaged. It's the worst. Don't.
This was a little unusual. It was the back end of the truck. I thought it was originally misplaced. It should have been the case that the DA and I both researched it. Apparently, go over the bed of the truck. It's closed where it is considered.
Thank you, Snoopy.
You know, the other thing is I see that your first case with us is 900 days old. You know, when you come to court, good things happen, Mr. Zavala. We don't ask much, but when you come, good things happen. You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, the right to be arraigned, charged, read to open court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, this will go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. You can never take it off. Do you understand? This is what you want to do. How do you plead to the offense of burglary of a motor vehicle? Guilty or not guilty? I will find you guilty. If it's enhanced, it has to be abandoned. All right. You're now facing a minimum of 90 days in jail. Be careful. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, everything's done.
All right, I guess when he says everything's done, he means that everything was done. So it's going to be the end of the night for us. Snoopy, I don't think you want to see my feet. My feet are ugly like Linus's. You don't want to see them. Lena showed me her foot. It took me 3 times to count how many toes she had. It looked like there were 7 of them, but she ended up only having 5. But you guys have a great night. Merry Christmas. We're going to see you tomorrow, just a couple hours. So it's 9:15. So just in a few more hours, Kathy will be on live. So we'll have to do that. I still owe you guys a members only. So I'm gonna get to that. I'm trying to get a special guest for that one. So we're gonna see what we can do. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You know, you could have been anywhere on Christmas night, but you came here. So yeah, Linus, just keep your feet hidden. We don't need any of that. We'll see you guys tomorrow.